It's conversation time. This video includes 15 conversations on 15 different topics, helping you practice discussing various aspects of your life in English. Enjoy and improve your speaking skills with these engaging dialogues. So, Sam, we've known each other for a while now, but I realise I don't know much about your personal background. Mind sharing a bit? Sure, Ethan. What do you want to know? Let's start with where you grew up. Were you always a city guy? Not at all. I actually grew up in a small town in the Lake District. Population just over 2,000. It was quite the change moving to the city. Wow, that must have been quite the culture shock. What was it like growing up there? It was peaceful, in a way. Everyone knew each other, and there was a strong sense of community. But it could also feel a bit stifling. Not much to do, and everyone was in each other's business. I can imagine. So, what brought you to the city? I got a scholarship to a university here. It was my ticket out, and I jumped at the chance. I wanted to experience something different, broaden my horizons. And did it live up to your expectations? Oh, definitely. It was overwhelming at first, but I loved the diversity and the energy. So many new experiences, and I met some incredible people. Speaking of people, tell me about your family. Any siblings? Yeah, I've got 2 younger sisters. They still live back home. One's a nurse, and the other is finishing up high school. We're pretty close, despite the distance. That's great. Do you visit often? I try to. Holidays, mostly. It's nice to go back and reconnect, even though I've made a life here now. Family's important. What about your parents? Are they supportive of your city life? They are. It took them a while to understand why I wanted to leave, but they've been supportive. They're proud of what I've accomplished. And what do you do now, work-wise? I know you've mentioned your job before, but I don't know the details. I work in software development for a tech company. I love it. It's challenging and keeps me on my toes. Plus, I get to work on some pretty cool projects. That sounds awesome. Did you always know you wanted to go into tech? Not at all. I actually started out studying biology, but I took a programming class as an elective and it just clicked. I switched degrees and never looked back. Funny how life works out sometimes. So, any big plans for the future? I'm not sure yet. I'm happy where I am, but I'm always open to new opportunities. Maybe start my own tech company someday. Who knows? With your drive and talent, I wouldn't be surprised if you did. Thanks for sharing all that, Sam. It's great getting to know you better. Anytime, Ethan. Thanks for asking. It's nice to share my story. Here's to new friends and new stories. Cheers to that, my friend. So, Mike, we've talked about a lot of things, but I don't think I've ever asked you about your education. What was your schooling like? Oh, my educational path was anything but traditional. I didn't follow the usual high school to university route. Really? Tell me more. What did you do instead? Well, after high school, I decided to take a gap year to travel and work odd jobs. I wanted to see the world and figure out what I really wanted to do. That sounds amazing. Where did you go? I started in Europe, France, Italy, and Spain, and then spent some time in Southeast Asia. It was an eye-opening experience. I learned a lot more outside the classroom than I ever did inside it. That makes sense. Travel can be an incredible education. So, what did you do after your gap year? I still wasn't ready to jump into university. So, I went to a trade school and learned carpentry. It was hands-on, practical, and I enjoyed creating something tangible with my own hands. That's really cool, Mike. And it's a skill that's always in demand. Do you still do carpentry? Yeah, I do it on the side. But eventually, I did go back to school to take online courses specifically. I studied business management, which helps with the carpentry business I run now. That's awesome. Sounds like you've built a well-rounded skill set. How do you like running your own business? It's challenging but rewarding. I get to combine my passion for building with the skills I learned in my business courses. What about you, John? What was your educational journey like? Mine was pretty traditional. I went straight from high school to university, studied engineering, and then got a job in the tech industry. But lately, I've been thinking a lot about lifelong learning and how education doesn't stop after you leave school. Absolutely. What kind of things have you been learning about recently? I've been diving into online courses on artificial intelligence and machine learning. It's fascinating stuff and it's relevant to my work. Plus, I've been reading a lot about history and philosophy, subjects I didn't really explore in school. That's great, John. It's never too late to learn something new. And AI and machine learning are the future, so you're definitely on the right track. Thanks, Mike. I think the key is to stay curious and open to new experiences, just like you did with your travels and carpentry. Exactly. Education isn't just about degrees and diplomas. It's about expanding your horizons and growing as a person. Here's to lifelong learning and the unconventional paths that make us who we are. Cheers to that, John, and here's to many more learning adventures ahead. Hey, Charlie, I've been meaning to ask you, what hobbies and interests are you into lately? Oh, hey, Jack. Well, I've been getting back into painting recently. There's something therapeutic about putting brush to canvas, you know? That sounds awesome. What kind of stuff do you paint? Mostly landscapes and abstract pieces. I love experimenting with colours and textures to create something unique. That's really cool. Do you ever showcase your work? Not really. I mostly do it for myself as a way to unwind and express my creativity. But who knows? Maybe someday I'll have an exhibition. That would be amazing. You definitely have talent, Charlie. Thanks, Jack. So, what about you? What hobbies have you been into lately? Well, you know me. I'm all about the great outdoors. I've been doing a lot of hiking and camping lately. There's nothing like being out in nature, away from the hustle and bustle of the city. That sounds like a lot of fun. Any memorable trips? Oh, plenty. I recently did a solo backpacking trip through the mountains. It was challenging but incredibly rewarding. The views were absolutely breathtaking. That sounds amazing. I don't know if I could handle a solo trip like that. It's not as daunting as it seems, Charlie. There's something liberating about being out there alone, just you and nature. Maybe I'll give it a try someday. So, besides hiking and camping, do you have any other outdoor hobbies? Oh, plenty. I love fishing, kayaking, rock climbing, you name it. Anything that gets me outside and moving. You're like a modern day outdoorsman, Jack. I admire your passion for adventure. Thanks, Charlie. What can I say? Nature is my playground. Well, it sounds like you found your calling. And who knows, maybe one day I'll join you on one of your outdoor adventures. I'd love that, Charlie. You bring your paints and I'll bring the camping gear. We'll have ourselves an artistic wilderness retreat. Deal. It's a date, Jack. Here's to pursuing our passions and embracing the great outdoors. Absolutely, my friend. Hey, Adam, I've been doing some serious travel planning lately. Got any tips on your mind? Hey, Michael. Not really. I've been pretty busy with work lately, but I'd love to hear about your travel plans. Where are you thinking of going? Well, I've been eyeing Southeast Asia for a while now. Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, the whole shebang. I've heard it's a paradise for backpackers like us. Sounds amazing, but isn't it a bit daunting travelling to a place where you don't speak the language? That's part of the adventure, my friend. Embracing the unknown, immersing yourself in different cultures. It's what makes travel so exciting. I guess you're right. I've always been more of a planner, you know. I like to have everything mapped out before I go. Nothing wrong with that, but sometimes the best experiences come from stepping out of your comfort zone and going with the flow. True. So, what's on your itinerary for Southeast Asia? Oh, I've got it all mapped out. Starting in Bangkok, then heading north to Chiang Mai for some jungle trekking. After that, it's off to the beaches of Phuket and Koh Phi Phi for some sun, sea, and sand. That sounds incredible. What about accommodations? Are you staying in hostels? For the most part, yeah. Hostels are a great way to meet fellow travellers and keep costs down. But I might splurge on a fancy hotel or two for some R&R. Can't blame you there. After a long day of exploring, a comfy bed and a hot shower sound like heaven. Exactly. But the best part of travelling isn't the fancy hotels or the Instagram worthy photos. It's the memories you make and the people you meet along the way. That's true. Some of my fondest memories are from my travels, getting lost in Tokyo, hiking through the Swiss Alps, sipping wine in Tuscany. See? That's what it's all about. So, when's your next trip, Adam? I bet you're itching to go somewhere. Actually, I've been thinking about doing a road trip through the Pacific Northwest. I've heard it's stunning with all the mountains, forests, and coastline. You'll have to let me know when you go. I might just tag along. You're more than welcome to join, Michael. Hey, Jake. I just made the most amazing dish last night. You've got to try it. Hey, Max. What did you cook this time? You always have the best recipes. Thanks, Jake. It was a Moroccan-inspired chicken tagine with couscous. Flavour explosion in every bite. Wow, that sounds fancy. I wish I could cook like you. Cooking's not that hard, Jake. You just need to find a recipe you like and give it a shot. Start with something simple and work your way up. I guess you're right. So, what's the secret to making a good tagine? Well, it's all about the spices. You've got to get that perfect balance of sweet and savoury. Cinnamon, cumin, paprika, ginger. Those are the key players. Sounds like a flavour explosion indeed. Do you use a special tagine pot? Yep, I have a traditional clay tagine pot. It helps to lock in the flavours and keep the meat tender. But you can also make it in a regular pot if you don't have one. Good to know. I might have to give it a try sometime. So, what's your favourite dish to cook, Max? That's a tough one. I love experimenting with different cuisines. But if I had to pick one, it'd probably be my homemade pizza. Nothing beats a crispy crust topped with fresh ingredients. Homemade pizza sounds delicious. Do you make the dough from scratch? Absolutely. It's easier than you think. Just flour, yeast, water, and a bit of salt. Let it rise, roll it out, add your toppings, and pop it in the oven. I never knew it was that simple. I'll have to try making my own pizza sometime. You should, and let me know how it turns out. I'm always here to give cooking tips and tricks. Thanks, Max. I appreciate it. You make cooking seem so fun and easy. It is fun, Jake. And the best part, you get to eat your creations afterwards. Can't argue with that. So, what's next on your cooking agenda? I'm thinking of trying my hand at homemade pasta next. Fresh fettuccine with a creamy Alfredo sauce, maybe. Care to join me? Count me in, Max. I'll bring the wine. Hey, Matt, have you seen the latest blockbuster movie yet? Hey, Chris, no, not yet. I've been meaning to catch it, though. What's it about? Oh, man, it's epic. It's a sci-fi thriller set in a dystopian future where humanity is on the brink of extinction. The special effects are mind-blowing, and the story keeps you on the edge of your seat the whole time. That sounds intense. Who's in it? You won't believe it. Brad Pitt, Charlize Theron, and Tom Hardy. The cast is stacked. Wow, that's a star-studded lineup. I'll definitely have to check it out. Any other movies you've seen recently that you'd recommend? Well, there's this indie film I watched last week called The Farewell. It's a heartfelt drama about a Chinese American family dealing with their grandmother's terminal illness. It's beautifully shot and incredibly moving. I think I've heard of that one. It got a lot of buzz when it came out. Is it worth watching? Absolutely. It's one of those films that stays with you long after the credits roll. And Awkwafina's performance is fantastic. She really shines in a dramatic role. Thanks for the recommendation, Chris. I'll add it to my watch list. So, besides movies, have you been watching any TV shows lately? Oh, yeah. I've been binging this new series on Netflix called The Umbrella Academy. It's based on a comic book and follows a dysfunctional family of adopted superheroes as they try to prevent the apocalypse. It's wild, man. That sounds like a crazy premise. Is it any good? It's awesome. The characters are quirky and complex, the writing is sharp, and the action scenes are top notch. Plus, the soundtrack is killer. I'll have to add that to my list too. Sounds like my kind of show. Anything else you've been watching? Well, I've also been re-watching Breaking Bad. It's a classic, you know? Bryan Cranston's performance as Walter White is legendary. I agree. Breaking Bad is one of those shows you can watch over and over again and never get tired of. Have you seen Better Call Saul? Oh yeah, I love Better Call Saul. It's a great prequel to Breaking Bad and gives you so much insight into the characters' backstories. Bob Odenkirk is brilliant as Jimmy McGill. He really is. I can't wait for the next season to come out. Vince Gilligan knows how to keep us hooked. Definitely. His storytelling skills are unmatched. I'm already counting down the days until the next episode. Aren't we all? Thanks for the chat, Chris. You've given me some great recommendations. Any time, Matt. That's what friends are for. Now go catch up on those movies and TV shows. I expect a full report next time we meet up. You got it, Chris. See you later. Hey, Dave. Have you read any good books lately? Hey, Tom. Not really. I've been so busy with work that I haven't had much time for reading. What about you? Oh, you know me. I'm always reading something. I just finished this amazing fantasy series called The Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. It's epic, Dave. Epic. That sounds interesting. What's it about? Picture this: a world torn apart by war, where powerful knights called Radiants wield magic swords and armour to fight against dark forces known as the Voidbringers. It's got everything: action, intrigue, romance, you name it. Wow, that sounds like quite the adventure. How many books are in the series? So far, there are 4 books out of a planned 10. Each one is a massive tome, but trust me, they're worth every page. Sanderson is a master storyteller. I'll have to check it out. It sounds like my kind of series. Any other recommendations? Well, if you're into thrillers, you should definitely read The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. It's a gripping mystery with complex characters and a plot that keeps you guessing until the very end. I've heard of that one. Isn't there a whole series? Yeah, there are 3 books in the original trilogy, and then another 3 written by a different author after Larson passed away. They're all worth reading, though the original trilogy is the best. Sounds like I have a lot of catching up to do. Thanks for the recommendation, Tom. So, besides fantasy and thrillers, what other genres do you enjoy? Oh, I read a bit of everything: sci fi, historical fiction, non fiction. Lately, I've been getting into magical realism. There's something enchanting about stories that blur the line between reality and fantasy. Any magical realism books you'd recommend? Absolutely. One of my favourites is 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. It's a masterpiece of the genre, weaving together generations of a family in a small town in Colombia, with elements of magic and myth sprinkled throughout. That sounds fascinating. I'll add it to my list. Thanks, Tom. You always have the best recommendations. Anytime, Dave. That's what friends are for. Now, go grab yourself a good book and get lost in another world. You won't regret it. Will do, Tom. Thanks again. See you later. Hey, Ben. Have you heard the latest album from The Midnight? It's been on repeat for me all week. Hey, Alex. No, I haven't listened to it yet. What kind of music is it? It's synthwave, like a blast from the past, with a modern twist. The melodies are so nostalgic, and the production is top notch. You should definitely give it a listen. That sounds interesting. I'll have to check it out. Lately, I've been stuck on the new Arctic Monkeys album. Have you heard it? Of course. Arctic Monkeys are one of my favourite bands. Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino is such a departure from their earlier sound, but I love how experimental it is. Yeah, it's definitely a departure, but I think it shows their growth as artists. I admire bands that aren't afraid to take risks and try new things. Absolutely. Speaking of new things, have you listened to any new artists lately? Not really. I tend to stick to my favourite bands and genres, but I'm open to recommendations. Well, in that case, let me introduce you to Tash Sultana. She's an Australian multi instrumentalist who blends elements of indie rock, reggae, and psychedelic music. Her live performances are mind blowing. That sounds like my kind of music. I'll definitely give her a listen. Thanks for the recommendation, Alex. Anytime, Ben. I love sharing music with friends. It's like discovering hidden treasures together. Yeah, there's something special about connecting over music. It's like a universal language that brings people together. Exactly. Music has the power to evoke emotions, trigger memories, and transport you to another place and time. It's magical. It really is. I remember listening to certain songs during pivotal moments in my life, and they always hold a special place in my heart. I know what you mean. Music has a way of etching itself into our memories, becoming a soundtrack to our lives. Well said, Alex. I'm glad we share a love for music. It's one of the many things that make our friendship special. Cheers to that, Ben. Here's to music and all the memories it brings. Cheers, Alex. Long live the power of music. Hey, Jake, how's it going? Have you been keeping up with your fitness routine? Hey, Chris. I wish I could say yes, but honestly, I've been slacking lately. Work has been crazy, and I just haven't had the time or energy to hit the gym. I hear you, man. Finding the motivation to work out can be tough, especially when life gets busy. But trust me, even a little bit of exercise can make a big difference. Yeah? How so? Well, for starters, it boosts your mood and reduces stress. Even just a quick jog or a few sets of push ups can help you clear your head and improve your mental well being. That makes sense. I always feel better after a workout, but it's hard to get started sometimes. I get it, Jake. But the key is to find activities you enjoy. It could be anything: playing basketball, hiking, swimming, even dancing. The important thing is to move your body and have fun doing it. Yeah, I guess I need to find something that I actually enjoy. I've never been much of a gym person. That's okay. Gyms aren't for everyone. There are plenty of other ways to stay active. Have you ever tried rock climbing? Rock climbing? Isn't that like super intense? It can be, but it's also incredibly fun and rewarding. Plus, it's a full body workout that challenges both your strength and your mind. I've never considered it before, but maybe I'll give it a shot. Do you go rock climbing often? Yeah, I try to go at least once a week. It's become one of my favourite ways to stay in shape. There's nothing quite like the feeling of conquering a challenging route. That does sound pretty cool. Maybe I'll join you sometime. I'd love that, Jake. It's always more fun to climb with a buddy. Plus, I can show you the ropes. Literally. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. Maybe this will be the motivation I need to get back into shape. Anytime, Jake. Remember, fitness is a journey, not a destination. Just take it one step at a time, and you'll get there. Thanks for the pep talk, Chris. I needed that. You got it, buddy. Now let's go climb some rocks. Lead the way, Chris. Hey, Jason, have you seen the new smartphone that just came out? It's got some seriously cool features. Hey, Mark. No, I haven't. What's so special about it? Oh, where do I even start? It's got a triple camera setup with AI powered photography, a super fast processor, and a gorgeous OLED display with HDR support. And that's just scratching the surface. Wow, that sounds impressive. I'm still rocking my old phone from a couple of years ago. Maybe it's time for an upgrade. Definitely. Technology moves fast these days, and it's easy to fall behind if you're not keeping up. But don't worry, I can help you pick out the perfect phone. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. So, besides smartphones, what other gadgets have caught your eye lately? Well, there's this new smartwatch that just hit the market. It's packed with health and fitness features like heart rate monitoring, sleep tracking, and even ECG capabilities. That sounds handy. I've been trying to get into better shape lately, so having something to track my progress would be really helpful. Absolutely. Smartwatches are great for staying motivated and keeping tabs on your health goals. Plus, they can do so much more than just tell the time. Yeah, I might have to look into getting one. Any other gadgets I should know about? Oh, plenty. There's a new streaming device that turns any TV into a smart TV. A robot vacuum cleaner that does all the cleaning for you, and even smart bulbs that you can control with your voice. That all sounds pretty futuristic. It's amazing how much technology has advanced in just a few years. It really is. And the best part is, all these gadgets are designed to make our lives easier and more convenient. It's like living in a sci fi movie. Yeah, sometimes it feels like we're living in the future. So, what's next on your tech wish list, Mark? Oh, you know me. I'm always on the lookout for the next big thing. But I've got my eye on this new virtual reality headset that's supposed to revolutionize gaming and entertainment. Virtual reality, huh? That sounds like a whole new level of immersion. Exactly. With VR, you can step into virtual worlds and experience things you never thought possible. It's the future of entertainment, Jason. Well, when you get one, you'll have to let me try it out. I'm curious to see what all the hype is about. You got it, Jason. Consider yourself invited to the future of gaming. Thanks, Mark. You're always ahead of the curve when it comes to technology. Here's to staying ahead of the curve and embracing the future. Cheers to that, my friend. Hey, Eric, have you ever thought about how fascinating it is to explore different cultures and traditions? Hey, Ryan, absolutely. I think there's so much richness and diversity in the world's cultures. It's like opening a treasure chest of experiences and knowledge. Exactly. Each culture has its own unique customs, rituals, and ways of life. It's like peeling back layers of history and discovering what makes each society tick. Yeah, it's incredible how much we can learn from studying other cultures. It broadens our perspective and helps us appreciate our own heritage even more. That's what I love about travelling. It's a chance to immerse yourself in a different way of life and see the world through someone else's eyes. I couldn't agree more. Speaking of traditions, what are some cultural practices that have piqued your interest lately? Well, I've been reading about Japanese tea ceremonies recently. The attention to detail and reverence for simplicity is truly inspiring. It's more than just drinking tea. It's a form of meditation and an expression of hospitality. That sounds fascinating. I've always been drawn to the art of tea making. It's such a serene and calming practice. It is, and the way they incorporate it into their daily lives, from formal ceremonies to casual gatherings with friends, is truly beautiful. Yeah, it's amazing how certain traditions can become woven into the fabric of a society, shaping its values and identity. Absolutely. And it's not just about the rituals themselves, it's about the stories and meanings behind them, passed down from generation to generation. That reminds me of my own cultural heritage. My family has a tradition of gathering for a big meal every Sunday, where we share stories and laughter over homemade dishes passed down from our ancestors. That sounds wonderful, Eric. It's moments like those that create lasting memories and strengthen familial bonds. Definitely. And it's something I hope to pass on to future generations, preserving our cultural identity and honouring our roots. That's beautiful, Eric. It's so important to hold on to our traditions while also embracing the diversity of the world around us. Absolutely. It's what makes life rich and meaningful. Here's to embracing cultural diversity and honouring our traditions, old and new. Cheers to that, Ryan. To culture, tradition, and the beauty of our shared humanity. Hey, Daniel. I've been thinking a lot lately about my dreams and aspirations. Have you ever imagined where you want to be in the future? Hey, David. Yeah, I think about it from time to time. It's important to have goals and aspirations to strive for. So, what's been on your mind lately? Well, I've always had this dream of starting my own business. I want to create something that makes a positive impact on people's lives and leaves a lasting legacy. That sounds ambitious, David. What kind of business are you thinking of? I'm still exploring different ideas, but I'm leaning towards something in the tech industry. Maybe a startup that develops innovative solutions to pressing societal issues like climate change or healthcare. That sounds like a noble endeavour, David. Tackling big challenges through technology can make a huge difference. Do you have any specific ideas in mind? Yeah, I've been brainstorming ideas for a sustainable energy startup. I want to develop renewable energy solutions that are accessible and affordable for everyone, helping to reduce our carbon footprint and combat climate change. That's ambitious, but it's definitely needed in today's world. How do you plan to get started? I've been doing a lot of research and networking with industry experts to gather insights and identify opportunities. I'm also considering enrolling in some entrepreneurship courses to sharpen my business skills and learn from successful entrepreneurs. That sounds like a solid plan, David. Education and networking are key to success in entrepreneurship. I have no doubt you'll make it happen. Thanks, Daniel. I appreciate your support. What about you? Do you have any dreams or aspirations you're working towards? Well, I've always had a passion for photography. My dream is to travel the world and capture its beauty through my lens, sharing my perspective with others through exhibitions and publications. That's amazing, Daniel. Travelling the world and pursuing your passion. It sounds like a dream come true. Have you started taking steps towards making it a reality? Yeah, I've been saving up money and honing my photography skills whenever I get the chance. I've also been reaching out to photographers who have successfully turned their passion into a career, seeking advice and guidance. That's fantastic, Daniel. Building your skills and seeking mentorship are crucial steps towards achieving your dreams. I have no doubt you'll capture the world's beauty with your talent and passion. Thanks, David. Your encouragement means a lot to me. It's inspiring to have friends like you who believe in my dreams. Of course, Daniel, we're in this together, cheering each other on as we chase our dreams and aspirations. Let's keep pushing forward and making our dreams a reality. Thanks, David. Here's to dreaming big and never giving up on our aspirations. Hey, Mike. You know, life is full of challenges, but it's how we overcome them that defines us. Hey, Alex. You're right. You've faced your fair share of challenges over the years, but you've always come out stronger on the other side. What's been the biggest challenge you've overcome? There have been a few, but I'd say one of the toughest challenges was when I lost my job a few years ago. It was a difficult time, but it forced me to reevaluate my goals and priorities and ultimately led me to pursue my passion for entrepreneurship. That sounds tough, Alex. How did you manage to turn things around? It wasn't easy, But I refused to let adversity define me. I took some time to reflect on what I really wanted out of life and started working on a business idea that I had been brewing in the back of my mind for years. And that's when you started your own company. Yeah, exactly. It was a risky move, but I believed in my vision and was willing to put in the hard work to make it happen. And you know what? It paid off. My company is now thriving, and I couldn't be happier with where I am today. That's incredible, Alex. It just goes to show that with determination and perseverance, anything is possible. What's been your biggest achievement since starting your business? That's a tough one. But I'd have to say it was when we landed our first major client. It was a validation of all the hard work and dedication we put into building our company from the ground up. I can imagine landing a major client must have been a huge milestone for you and your team. It was, and it opened up so many doors for us, allowing us to expand our operations and take on even bigger challenges. But you know, Mike, challenges aren't just obstacles, they're opportunities for growth and learning. That's a great perspective, Alex. It's easy to get discouraged when faced with challenges, but seeing them as opportunities can make all the difference. Absolutely, Mike. Challenges push us out of our comfort zones and force us to rise to the occasion. And when we do, the sense of achievement is unparalleled. Thanks for sharing your experiences, Alex. Your resilience and determination are truly inspiring. Anytime, Mike. We all face challenges in life, but it's how we respond to them that defines us. Let's keep pushing forward, overcoming obstacles, and celebrating our achievements together. Thank you, Alex, to facing challenges head on and achieving great things. Hey, Matt, you know, I was thinking about our friendship the other day, and it made me realise how grateful I am to have you in my life. Hey, Adam, that's really nice of you to say. I feel the same way. It's rare to find genuine connections like ours. Absolutely. I think having strong friendships is one of the most important things in life. They're like anchors that keep us grounded and supported through the ups and downs. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's comforting to know that no matter what happens, I can always count on you and our other friends to be there for me. Likewise, Matt, whether it's celebrating successes or navigating challenges, it's so much better when we have each other's backs. Definitely. You know, I was reading somewhere that strong friendships are not just good for our mental health, but they can also have a positive impact on our physical well being. Really? How so? Well, apparently, having close friends can lower stress levels, boost our immune system, and even increase our life expectancy. It's like our friendships are literally keeping us healthier and happier. That's fascinating, Matt. It just goes to show how important it is to invest time and effort into nurturing our friendships. Exactly. And speaking of relationships, how's things going with Sarah? You two seem to be getting along really well lately. Yeah, things are going great. Thanks for asking. Sarah is amazing. She's supportive, funny, and just an all round wonderful person. I feel really lucky to have her in my life. I'm happy for you, Adam. It's clear that you two have something special. Building strong relationships like that takes time and effort, but it's so worth it in the end. Thanks, Matt. I couldn't agree more. And speaking of relationships, how's things going with Emily? You two have been together for a while now, right? Yeah, we have. Things are going really well, thanks. Emily is amazing. She's kind, caring, and always knows how to make me laugh. I feel really fortunate to have her by my side. That's awesome to hear, Matt. It sounds like you two are perfect for each other. Building strong relationships with romantic partners is just as important as building friendships. Absolutely, Adam. Whether it's with friends or romantic partners, having strong, supportive relationships enriches our lives in so many ways. Cheers to that, Matt, to strong friendships, loving relationships, and the people who make life worth living. Cheers, Adam. Here's to the bonds that bring us joy, laughter, and support through thick and thin. Hey, Eric, I've been doing a lot of thinking about the future lately, and I've got some exciting plans in the works. Have you thought about what you want to accomplish in the coming years? Hey, Ryan. Yeah, I think about it from time to time. I mean, I have some general ideas, but nothing concrete yet. What about you? What's on your mind? Oh, where do I even start? I've been working on this business idea for a while now, and I'm finally ready to take the plunge and launch my own company. It's a bit nerve-wracking, but I'm confident it'll be a success. That's awesome, Ryan. Starting your own business is a big step, but I have no doubt you'll make it work. What kind of company are you thinking of? I'm thinking of starting a digital marketing agency. With everything going online these days, there's a huge demand for businesses to establish their presence on the internet and reach their target audience. I want to help them do that. That sounds like a solid plan. Digital marketing is definitely a growing industry, and there's a lot of potential for success. Have you thought about how you're going to get started? Yeah, I've been doing a lot of research and networking with industry professionals to get a better understanding of the market and identify potential clients. I'm also considering taking some online courses to sharpen my skills and learn from the experts in the field. That sounds like a smart approach, Ryan. Education and networking are key to success in any industry. I'm sure you'll make a name for yourself in no time. Thanks, Eric. I appreciate the support. But enough about me. What about you? Any big plans for the future? Well, I'm not as ambitious as you, Ryan, but I do have some goals I'd like to achieve. For starters, I'd love to travel more and explore new places. There's so much of the world I haven't seen yet, and I want to experience as much of it as I can. That sounds amazing, Eric. Travelling is one of the best ways to broaden your horizons and create unforgettable memories. Where do you want to go first? There are so many places I'd like to visit, but I think I'd start with Europe. There's something about the history, culture, and diversity of Europe that really appeals to me. Europe is incredible. There's so much to see and do, from exploring ancient ruins to sampling delicious cuisine. I'm sure you'll have the time of your life. Thanks, Ryan. I'm really looking forward to it. And who knows, maybe our paths will cross somewhere along the way. That would be awesome, Eric. We could embark on epic adventures together and make memories that'll last a lifetime. Here's to the future, Ryan. May it be filled with success, adventure, and unforgettable experiences. Well done for finishing the video. Let me know in the comments below. Say, "Hey James, I finished the video." Don't forget to like and subscribe.